What's going on, everybody? Free-to-play OG here for day 68, I believe, of the free-to-play account series in Marvel Future Fight. I hope you all are doing wonderful. What's up, Manpreet? What's up, Eddie? What's up, Cristiano? What's up, Shavendra? What's up, Sean? What's up, Mohaz? What's up, Chunks? Did I say Llamas? What's up, Llamas? All right. Thanks so much for being here and hanging out, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're going to do quite a few account reviews at the end of the stream today. Made sure to set aside some time to do that. We're going to go ahead and just get things started here. That's pretty much all that's on the plan today. Doing our regular stuff, and then we'll do some account reviews like we said. Not bad. Not bad. I've been getting up early and collecting this stuff in the morning and sometimes in the middle of the night, which is terrible. I shouldn't be doing that. I need to be not looking at my phone. Well, this is awful, but that's okay. We got a refresh in an hour and 5. What's going on, normal noob? Noticed the free tier 4 gift community event? Oh, yay. Are you talking about the one for the 300 tier 4 materials that Cynic Alex made a video about this morning? Because yes, sir. I think we mentioned that on a stream a couple days ago when it was first posted. I think. If not, yeah, there's on the forums, guys. There's an event. Cynic Alex made a whole video about it this morning. If you haven't seen it, where you can go drop a picture in a forum post of I think you can just drop a memory. You can just kind of say whatever, but everyone's just posting the thing from the 10-year anniversary registration page that gives you the stats of your account or whatever that is, and they're just posting that in there. And then here in 16 days or 20 days or something like that, you should get 100 of each tier 4 material. Definitely do that. That's the kind of stuff as a free-to-play you definitely want to capitalize on. So if you're not checking in on the forums once a week, it's worth it. Just to go in there, snoop around, see if there's any deals you're missing. They post stuff like that. Heck, we literally had 100,000 gold. What was that, 5 days ago? 4 days ago? Something like that? No. Okay, so day 60, we tier 4 Thor. So it would have been about 7 days ago. So about a week ago. I don't know where you heard that, Manpreet. I'd have to see some confirmation of that. I would understand if they were your account needs to be active for a week, so that people who you can't just roll a ton of accounts and then grab 10,000 crystals on each one, but 2 months seems a bit steep. I'm not sure they would do that. That's a large reward to lock off a lot of players from, including new ones. So. Yeah, I know. The subs are going crazy. Thanks so much, guys. It's been absolutely awesome. I see it every day. Trust me. Thank you all so much for the subscribes. Appreciate it. Let's just keep going with Black Antimatter here. Getting 50 of these here, 50 of these there, and then other rewards. Been real nice. If your guild plays Alliance Conquest and you can jump in, it's worth it, in my opinion. Quick rewards. Not much today, Drago. We're just doing the usual stuff, and then we're going to do account help at the end of the day today. We do have some goodies in our inbox. That's right. We did get to 45 dispatch, so it's taken forever, but we're getting there. Nothing exciting today. That's all right. Yeah, I don't know what we're getting from the tier 2 selector. We're about to find out here. I simply don't know. Yeah, and we got our scrumptious 10 tier 4 materials here. I think we'll go with Soul of the Faltine here. We better check, because we're going to be getting some tier 4 materials. Let's take a look at what we got. Look at the balance. 3,000 and 2,000. That's right where you want to be, but it's scarily right where you want to be. So let's grab the Soul of the Faltine here. And I really want to make sure I'm doing multiple GBR runs a day now, because I don't want to be getting just, 60 Soul of the Faltine. We want 130 to 160 every day. I know, it's insane, Drago. It's going to take us so... Trust me, you guys, the day we hit 50 dispatch level, we are going to have Well, trust me, y'all will know. I will make a big old stink about it. Because yeah, that's a big deal, and we're cruising for it. So hopefully we will get it in a good amount of time, but it's going to be a bit longer. It's a grind. What'd you see, Eddie? What you got? In the tier 2 selector? Yeah, let's take a look at it right now. So for us, this is gonna, how do I break this down? If you're like a new player, this is giving you access to all the shop characters as well as the like basic non-premium X-Men, okay? All of the X-Men, as far as I know, are not really desirable. I can't think, like as a brand new account, like X-23 and Nightcrawler are the only ones that are quote unquote rare, right? And the rest of them are really easy to get as far as X-Men go, and X-23 is not very good. So what you have access to as a new player that's more interesting, what's up, Goober, is like, you know, some of your supports that are good in the game. You could also look at like the naked characters that are really strong without unis. Characters like, well, Scream's okay, but she covers that combat female in ABX, which makes her pretty desirable. Joaquin Phoenix, Okoye, Icon, Man-Thing, things like that are good. You can grab Katie at tier 2 to get your mythic legendary battle chests. That's always an option if you don't have her yet. You can, yeah, Scorpion, Scarlet Spider are good characters. Darkhawk's good. You can get, yeah, that's probably like the best utility, right, of the tier 2 selector. You know what's the other thing to think about that no one ever thinks about, but let's take a look at it. And this is something, somebody asked if I would make a guide video on story mode, and I was like, I don't even know how to make that like more than a 5-minute video. And I started thinking about like all the different, just like everything else in this game, there's a bunch of cool, fun caveats to increase your rewards that people totally forget about. Tier 270 characters here give you bonuses to your rewards in Ultimate Story Mode. So you can come in here and click this button and see which ones they are. I don't recommend like shooting for these, like build these up quick. That's not what I'm saying. But if you have no other options, like something you can consider. Like we'll end up with Sif here, Coulson, level 70. You end up with a lot of these building them. So anyways, just pointing that out. Looking at a tier 2 selector. Dispatch, the benefits of pushing in dispatch, like pushing your sectors, they are many, Shivendra. There's a whole dispatch guide on the channel that I highly recommend watching if you're like wondering why you should push dispatch. Breaks down the whole mode, all the rewards you can get, why it's so valuable, all that. I'm trying to see what Eddie is saying here. I missed what you were saying. Yeah, Icon's great for new accounts for a little bit of PvP value. Yeah, I'd believe that. Tier 2 level 60 Hulk in PvP. He just claps with that. I think it's like the 4 skill he opens with, and it just like claps people. Anyways, alright, I'm gonna keep cruising here. Let's keep cruising. I got lost in the sauce. I think we were doing inbox. We were looking at the tier 2 selector. Okay. So yeah, for us, we're probably just gonna do this, right? Because we have a lot of these characters, right? So we're just gonna like She-Hulk might be a decent option for us because we want to build her. We know we want to build Ronin. I might actually just. Here's the thing, Ronin bios we can get really, really easily. She-Hulk bios are a little harder to get. You either need to use glory tokens or shop biometric selectors. So that's a consideration, you know, that we can just get Ronin bios. Honestly, right, so far I'm looking at She-Hulk as being the option for us. I don't know that, like, this isn't something we really need at this point at all. Oh, level 50, we get an extra global 10% bonus to all our rewards in dispatch. Like, across the whole board, all sectors. I believe it's 10%, right? It's just a big bump to your dispatch. Oh, did they? She's in the support shop? Thank you, Eddie. Is that real? Because, yeah, she didn't used to be in there, if I recall. And she just probably is. She should be. That's for sure. There she is. Yeah, so, okay. So, interesting. Thanks for pointing that out. So, She-Hulk is in the support shop. So, okay. So, that just puts them back on the same playing field, basically. A lot of the rest of this stuff we just don't really have. We don't have our sights set on any of these characters, really. It's probably just going to be one of the supports we need to build for our account. Yeah, I can't see anything. I mean, we could get... I wonder what you get if you select a character you already have. 384 bios. No, thank you. I'd rather have the tier 2. Yeah, I think just taking one of the supports for us is the way to go. It looks like they're all pretty much support shop. Am I missing something here? We're getting her transcended potential shortly, and she's in the support shop. I've gone down too far. All these characters are like support shop available at this point. Well, with all these supports we want to build, I think I would take one of the supports before I'd grab a Shadowlands character. And they might double. Let's see. Okay, so if we take... Well, as soon as we get Ronin's uniform, he'll easily be a stage clear in Shadowlands. So I might just take Ronin. He's a character we're actually building. Like, you would maybe want to take one that you can't get biometrics from the support shop, right? Like, you know, maybe Red Guardian, let's say. He's probably going to get a new uniform for the Thunderbolts movie. But, yeah, I just don't think that benefit's really worth it for us. We've been getting so many biometric selectors and stuff, and I'm just going to go with... Who are we going to build first out of these two? God, I'm overthinking this, by the way. I am overthinking this. We have Shuri tier 2 already from the guided quests way back in the day. So, boss legend too. That's a good call. That's another thing to consider, normal noob. What's up, Kush? Yeah, I'm thinking Ronin. I think we're going to go with Ronin. Honestly, with the state of our account, we're overthinking this. These characters are like... all very obtainable to us, but as a new player, yeah, I pointed out a few things you might want to consider. I'm just going to grab Ronin because honestly, analysis paralysis, that's like a less important decision than we are making it out to be, which is fine. It's always good to overplan instead of underplanning, that's for sure. Okay, moving on here. We got our inbox. Let's do a GBR. All right. Nice. What's up, Diego? See if we can't grab someone who needs a carry here. Again, if you don't have the boost points or the energy, don't feel like you need to join or anything. No pressures. What up, buddy? All right, gonna try a few more people here, and then we'll open it up to the public if we don't grab somebody. I try not to, I mean, like, I don't know why. I'm not inviting these people that are very, very early on their account. They need GBR just as well. Or on in. And then if we don't find someone, we will just... I don't remember if I invited these two. Oops, so sorry if I hit you with two. All right, we're just going to open her up. There we go. And we'll grab one more player here. Get this show on the road. Doing good, Kush. Hope you're doing well. Excited for all the stuff that's coming, all these free rewards and stuff, getting pumped. Yeah, they have to be careful with that 10,000 crystals. They're going to get, and they have to know they are going to get so much heat if they put up an ad to everybody that says, check in for 10,000 crystals, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, they're like, oh, by the way, you know, 20% of you can't have this. You can't afford to do stuff like that. That's terrible marketing. I mean, I could say I wouldn't put it past them, but I imagine in this case, with something so big, they're hopefully paying attention to stuff like that. Yeah, it happens, Eddie, for sure. Honestly, once I, like what I was saying earlier, I gotta run 2 GBRs every day now, no matter what. I just do the 3 boost points because this guarantees that doing 2 will get me the 10. I never do 2 and don't get 10 points. Hoping we get Strange today, guys. We'll see. I wasn't advertising about it because it's a long shot, but we did get, like, we're getting close. We're real close. What? I'm not doing the most damage in here? Oh, preposterous. Somebody's hacking, man. We should be number 1. I don't know. As I just like spam random buttons. All right, very cool. Always appreciate the carries. Nice, got our tokens. But like I said, I'll still come back because we need this Soul of the Faltine. Tier 4s are cooking for us right now. We want to keep them cooking. And that means we need to be getting our Soul of the Faltine. I don't know why I hit retry on that. That was dumb. No, 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 no. Don't do that. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, get me out of there. Alrighty. Boost points down. Let's spend a little bit of energy here. We'll do our Converging Fates. Every single day. Gotta get this stuff, man. This is what you're hungry for. Watch for it in the dispatch shop, too. Say that again. Watch for emblem enhancement kits in the shop. Because they are rare. I mean, as a free-to-play, I certainly wouldn't say spend crystals on them or any crazy-ish like that, but it's worth watching out in the shop because they do... oopsies, wrong button. Oh, well. Some free stuff. 10 minutes of dispatch rewards. And we still get energy. All right. Yeah, every once in a while it'll pop in here for some of these dimension or dispatch tokens, and you can pick up some of the extra emblem data or whatever it is. Stuff's rare as hell. Thanks a lot, man. We really appreciate the carries, Diego. All right. Spend a little more energy here. Knock out a couple of these while our boost points are low. I honestly don't want to necessarily be using boost points for these. That's why I usually do them, but we still have boost points, so I am actually using boost points for these, but no big deal. You can see it's like 4 energy without boost points, or with boost points, and 6 without. So it's only a 2 energy increase without boost points, which is one of the best non-boost point punishments you'll see in the game. All right, our energy is low enough. Let's move on. So there was a couple things I wanted to look at with our account really quick before we start talking about everybody else's. So after we finish Strange up, which is going to be soon, what do we need? That's only 300. Ooh, guys, that's close. 300 Essence of Dimension, and we're there. I think we'd have to run story mode on stream in order to get it today, though. But after we finish Strange, right, we haven't gotten back around to Combat Female Day. I haven't looked, and I don't know these by heart. You'll have to excuse me. Yeah, Superhero Female. Okay, tomorrow. Tomorrow we get to find out what our Scream can do without her gears. I probably will transcend her potential eventually, right? Because she's probably going to be our Combat Female for a bit. I mean, even with Valkyrie coming up, we're going to be using her for a while. So we probably will finish her gears. Plus, we want the transcended potential character anyways. But I am curious to see how that plays out. And then we're still looking at Wolverine Tier 4, most likely for the Anniversary Tier 4. But 10 books are going to go to Doctor Strange. It'll reset our Blast books. We are at 677, which means we are like even Steven, which is a weird place to be in. So we need, basically, we need a tier 3 combat, a tier 3 speed, and a tier 3 universal on deck. I want to plan for who we're going to do, right? So combat, probably go with She-Hulk first to get that leadership into our World Boss Legend teams, because that seems like a smart move for our combat. Wolverine can wait a little bit, and we're not going to be, I don't want to get into another 1.5 cost character right after Strange. We'll hold off on him for another like a week or two. We're going to have to start building him up. This is why I want to plan, because if we're going to tier 4 him for the anniversary, we need to tier 3 him. He's got to get there. So we may actually want to use the combat books on Wolverine. We're running out of time. Yeah. So it's probably going to be Wolverine, honestly, because we're not going to be able to get 10 books in time for the anniversary. It's coming up quick. It's going to hit us fast. What's up, Ninja? Nope. Took all the tier 4 rewards instead. Nice. You got 200k with a 1-star level 40 crescent, though. That's really cool. I was curious about how that was going to work for people. Nice. Congrats on the Mary Jane emblem, Venhai. How to easily get premium cards? That's, I mean, you get 2 a month for playing the game. So there's a event that'll come around that has tokens that you earn every day by completing certain things. You do those every day for like 7 days, and then you get a P card from the shop. And then the other way is doing GBR, Giant Boss Raid, and saving up these tokens, and also completing the Future Pass every month. Because the 300 from the Future Pass, you have 600, that's a free P card. Other than that, there's a couple other ways, but you have to, I don't want to go over all of them right now, because it'll take a lot of time. But hopefully those help, and yeah. There are a lot of ways you can get some P cards, especially without gambling. Yeah, the credit card way is a way, but maybe not the way, depending on what you're trying to do. Grab these. Yeah, so it's probably going to be Wolverine. Fudge. Which is going to be costly, but that's okay. We'll tear it up. We'll get him done. Right? And then Shuri, sure, for our speed. Let's get another support up. And then we need... And Ronan. Never mind. I already planned, and I didn't even realize it. So we're probably going to push her out for now. You are fine to be here. We're just waiting to tier 2 him. I want like a normal tier 2 ticket. Yeah, we're probably going to build Null. Although, guys, I'm telling you, I ain't buying that uniform till the last day of the sale. I ain't messing around. I have a feeling he might get usurped by Sentry. We'll see. It would be, here's the thing. It would be so weird to go from Sentry top meta to Null top meta to Sentry top meta. That doesn't usually happen. Usually, if some, you know what I mean? Like the major meta character cycles. It's like, who was before Jean Grey? Who was like dominating? It was like Adam Warlock, I think. And like Emma Frost at one point, and Thanos. It usually doesn't cycle right back to the same character. So I just feel like Sentry, if he gets a uniform, it's probably going to be PvE. Or maybe something like Wolverine's. I don't know. But it makes me want to be as safe as I can be with Null. Because if we get like a Void Sentry that's a villain uniform that's good in PvP, I mean, I don't know. And for all we know, guys, Sentry might be the first tier 5. So, you know, I'm pulling that out of my butt, obviously, but we have no idea. So we'll see. That's a lot of words to say. Yes, I plan to build Null, but I'm going to gather as much information as I possibly can before I start investing anything in building him, is the answer. Yeah. Wait, and then, okay, I got one more thing. I'm seeing people talk, and then we'll move on. We'll do our World Boss Legend, see if we can build Strange. Because, yeah, we already have a plan. That looks good. I want native tier 3s. I want Sentry. I want his uniforms. Okay. So this is... So he's still a hero in this uniform, correct? This one came out while I was on my last break, and I haven't like dug deep into it yet. Because Null was the big guy. But yeah, it looks like... Yeah, he's a hero. So, oof. Weird, man, because it seems like there's just such a high probability that he'll get a void uniform that makes him a villain. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So anyways, I'll be holding out as long as I can on Null just to try and gather info on what's going to happen with Sentry. I think that's a safe plan. Of course, we're fighting Gore again today. Lovely, lovely grazing. This looked like me if I shaved my head and shrunk my nose. Alright, and didn't have eyebrows, I guess. Didn't Hulk, like, eat this guy on stage 9 yesterday? Something like that. He was doing well. I'm gonna not... We're gonna just do, like, a gradient, push through these. We're gonna do Tony Baloney first. Damage, even though he doesn't need it. Dodge. Nah, we'll save that for someone who dies. So you die. Basic damage. Energy attack. That's good. Yeah, we do need to think about more strikers too. We're still a little short. I'm still like running these without optimal strikers for sure, and we have empty spots. So, but we're working on that as we can. I'm trying not to slow down our tier 3, tier 4 progress, mucking around with tier 2s, you know? And we were like out of gold, so all tier 2 investments stopped, but now we are not out of gold. But I also am paying attention to saving, that was ugly, saving materials for the anniversary. I don't know what's coming out, and they are giving us so much gold. It's just insane. So, we may be getting something really pricey. Don't know what that is, of course. Nice. Glad I hit him. That one usually misses. I should pay attention. Tony struggles so much here. I struggle so much here. And Tony doesn't help. I shouldn't have delayed that so much. He just misses with everything. It's insane. Gets pushed around out of his own moves and stuff. What's up, Dark Knight? Oh, shoot. I didn't realize what phase I was in. Again. Oh, my gosh. That probably cost us. Let me just restart this. You guys saw nothing. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. Do-do-do. Yeah, it'd be nice to get... I mean... Honestly, having Wolverine tier 4 would be so savage for like World Boss Legend 2. He would replace Tony or someone so fast. He would tear these guys up. Dude is strong in PvE. I need to start dodging that and quit screwing around. Did screw around too much. Yeah, of course he does. Jeez, I'm gonna die here. Yeah, I am gonna die here. Wow. Oh, I did it. Oh no, he did Necrosword. Okay. Whew. Whew. Did more damage that time. But then he's gonna snap back and immediately summon his cronies. Be ready for that crap. Oh, nothing crazy, Kyle. What's going on, brother? No, we're just getting started on World Boss Legend. A lot of talking, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of talking about this and that this morning. Which ain't a bad thing, necessarily. But yeah. Not a lot of action. Healing debuff on me? Oh, I don't know. Get away from me. There we go. Necro sword. Sure, man. Yeah, we can do a rift. Man, my back is still killing me. I pinched a nerve or something in my shoulder blade. Driving me nuts. I haven't even been playing Path of Exile, honestly, because it's just not killing me to sit at the computer. Which is sad, because I want to play some PoE. I own Last Epoch as well, but I don't know if I'm going to be playing Last Epoch. If you guys don't know that one, it's just another action RPG, like Path of Exile or Diablo. Quite good, but they have a smaller team and less money. So, like, yeah, things don't end up looking quite as fancy. This is horrid. Wow. So many of the little goobers. Get in there, do some damage, Tony. There you go, brother. Move your ass. I don't even know how that missed. That's alright, there we go. Cooking with the tier 3. Alright. Always a struggle, Tony. Take care, brother. Let's see what we get. 34. Yeah, I think we're going to be a ways off. 34. 6. Yeah, we'll see. The issue's going to be that I don't think we're going to get quite enough materials just from World Boss Legend. I think I'm going to need some story mode juice. Sure, take that, but definitely take damage. And ignore dodge. Yeah, she's got some ignore dodge. Okay. Lots of damage. These guys struggle. And we're lucky. We have the CTP, so he's cooking in World Boss Legend for us as well. I don't know. I'm loving having him as a farming character early as a tier 4. It's been absolute eat. The dispatch farming, like it's helping us get to that level 50 dispatch stage a lot. It's letting us farm a much higher stage much faster. So it's a pretty big deal. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I don't think we were doing this on 5. I'm gonna have to like pay attention if we do. That line up. Nice. Nice. Ooh. That was sweet. Yeah, Necro sorted up, buddy. Deadpool, Gwenpool uni. I like Gwenpool. She's had some challenges for us, but I think she's a great character. Or Gwenpool? Yes, Gwenpool. I still Spider-Gwen and Gwenpool, man. Just like everybody else. I like have to catch myself. I'm like, wait, are we talking about which one are we talking about? Oh, that's a lot of damage. That's right, Gwenpool like can't even kill these guys. It's insane. Barely sneaks in there. All right. Let's line up the tier 3 here. Oh no, I'm just kidding. We're gonna do more Necro Sword. Oh, we didn't do the Necro Sword. God, he trips me up. I was so used to my old account just mashing this guy because I was stuck on... I didn't progress past stage 9, really, on my last free-to-play that I was playing. So I was just, like, clearing stage 9 every day of these bosses. And they would just die so fast, so easy. And the, like, phases would always phase the same way every time, you know? Okay, Gwenpool, can we... Wanna come out and play? There you go, finish him. And now everybody's like, they're all on different heals. Like our tier 4s absolutely obliterate these guys. Tony and Gwenpool are kind of struggling because of our builds and because of like, you know, needing higher levels of advancement and stuff. It's just crazy. All the inconsistency. Good though, makes you better at the game, that's for sure. We all know I could use the practice. And he's gonna dash. rotation in. Late on the proc. That's okay. We'll forgive her. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. This is just so scary. Get in the thing, yeah, and then do the thing. No proc! Where was the proc? You jerk. Where the hell was the proc? You hit it. We're gonna die, unfortunately. Yep. Ugh, I hate this screen. I don't like even going to that screen. Hit that button on my last account drove me crazy. I was so pissed. I was so close to like getting Jean or something like that. And I was like counting the crystals, every achievement to getting her. And then I hit that fucking button. We got account help to do. Let's just tear this guy up. She easily do that on 5. Yeah, her passive healing is just slow, man. Yeah, that's all I needed, right? Just 600 crystals, and we could have had Gore beaten on stage 5. I don't know what I was thinking. Pew, pew, pew. I lined that up and everything. Zoom. That ain't gonna line up. Proc to go off. I want it on the tier 3 skill. Go boom. 5. That's not good. Oh, jeez. The gameplay is so ugly. Dude, this proc is just a nightmare. Oh gosh, get out of here. You know you can't even handle this Gwenpool. What is her problem? She needs to be level 80 or something for Gore. She can't hit. She needs ignore dodge. Either she needs ignore dodge on her obelisk, which we can't give her, or she needs, I don't know, she needs something. Because, woo, she can't even kill these little creeps because she can't hit them. She just misses, even with an ignore dodge striker. I guess like more ignore dodge strikers would be a thing, maybe? Who knows, right? I mean, she can do damage on stage 1, and when she does that tier 3 and you line up the proc, it's just crazy damage, but otherwise, just a struggle bus. Yeah, I know, right? Finally a proc lined up. Zoom. I do like these fights. I still appreciate these World Boss Legend fights. They're like designed well. It is good good content for a mobile game. It's part of what keeps me coming back to this game, honestly. Is yeah. Oh, that's gonna hurt. There we go. There we go. There it is. Oh, psych. Really? You are such a booger, Gore. Get out of here. Look at this guy. Like, no! No! I don't want to die. Yeah, I want to give her a mini rage. She's just got such a good proc obelisk. It's really hard to... Golly. Our books. Yeah, we're gonna be like capped out on all our books before we can even use any of them, which is fine. We'll try and rip through them real quick here. Let's try Hulk on 9. Yeah, I think he tore it up pretty proper. Physical, yeah, that looks good. Give him the other ignore dodge. Yes. We could even give him like 10% more attack, I think, since our tier 4s do not really need it. recommend for the tier 2 selector from like day one would be Man-Thing. Is generally my suggestion. Man-Thing is a fantastic character. I don't even think I took him on this account, and I wish I would have. I did on all my other testing accounts, and I'm still using him on both our PvP teams. Months into the game. Because that's part of why he's so valuable. It just takes so long to build a good PvP team as a free-to-play. Or, like, you could do that, but it would hurt your progress a ton if you just went for that first. But, anyways, Man-Thing covers it. He gives you a lot of value in the game. He's strong. All that panic debuff makes him, like, good in, Timeline Battle and Otherworld Battle. I still gotta I wanna, like, take a picture of this comic to show you guys. It's got Man-Thing in it, and it's like black and white from the 70s. It's such a cool comic. And it's got Man-Thing. Doctor Strange, Man-Thing, this weird dude who's got, like, a black hole in his chest. And he can make, like, portals, like they reach through him and stuff. I don't know, it's weird. What's up, Enchanted Grass? Good to see you again. Ah! Go. And... Level 80 Hulk feel good. Level 80 Hulk smash. Yeah, what Eddie said. Those are pretty much, well, and Cersei, if you can get your hands on her artifact, is really where her power comes from in PvP. I think she's still decent because she's got good iframes. She's a newer character. But yeah, if you happen across her artifact, it really increases her value. Was that 100 seconds? I didn't even look. I don't know. Are we close? I haven't been paying attention. What do we need? War Tiger. So we're going to have to get War Tiger up. Yeah, we got the 100 seconds. There you go. Heck yes. I mean, we like gold, but... Okay, we're going to save the best for last. We'll go ahead and do Loki. Give him protection. A little bit of damage. And mind resist to protect his feeble mind. Let's go. Yeah, I wonder if we've gotten all our 100-second challenges. I'm like, no. I think Infinity Ultron's probably going to be the one we haven't gotten yet. I had to guess. Go Venom, go! My slow bro. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 6, 5, 4, go. Poke him, Loki, poke him. Faster, more pokes. Looking at climbing one boss legend soon and notice Gore's level 10 unlock is Makari. Do you know if they have discounts on Crystal Unlock during the anniversaries? So, to my knowledge, we have never had a discount on deluxe packs for the Epic Quests. Someone can correct me on that if they know otherwise, but as far as I know, they have never been discounted. Depending on whether or not you have any desire to, like, own Makari, I guess, as a character, you could weigh getting that pack, but you can also just use crystals to unlock stages, and that is discounted. So you can just unlock the stage with crystals during the anniversary. They should have a discount, but that's up to you. If you want the character, you can also consider getting the pack. It's just going to cost way more. I think I can't Can I check? Let's see. Let's see if we can just... Yeah. Oh, God, I hate doing this stuff. Yeah, this will be discounted probably down to like 400 or something like that. Do you guys know? And does anyone know if it increases? Because I would only know for like stage 9 unlock. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. You're looking at like 400 to 600 crystals versus 2,500. And all you get is Makari and I think a daily mission that can give you artifacts. Am I remembering that right? Like Makari's artifact and then like 1 to 3 star artifacts, that kind of stuff. Something like that. But yeah, you don't get a ton. No, she should only be... What? No. Yeah, she's only like 2,000. Oh, what the... Why would you ever do that? That is so staggeringly bad, I couldn't even believe that it could be real. I'm really glad that I was like nay on the epic quests. I can't see as a free-to-play buying any of these deluxe packs right now. Even if I was a spender, I don't know. I guess maybe I'd be future-proofing or something. I don't know. But oh my God, this is trash. This is garbage. My goodness, never. Okay. And then there's like this, and this bums me out too. Sorry, it's like 7,700 crystals. And this gives you nothing that the other packs don't give you. So why is this so expensive? What the hell is this? It's like worse. You get this crappy native tier 2 instead of like a native tier 3 with Sentry. Yeah. There are 3 that I pointed out basically, I think, in that video. And that is the Galactic Imperative, because Gladiator is meta for a day of ABX and a day of ABL, so that's something to consider right now. And then future-proofing, we may get some really good Fantastic Four upgrades, but this is not something I recommend like getting ahead of time, I guess. Like, why would you? Especially if it's not discounted. There's no reason to get it now. And then the X-Men one, because people like Jean and Magneto, because they generally get uniforms. So, and also, you know, well, Wolverine's not really part of that, but you have to build him up to tier 2 and stuff and build out the quest, so you get him, which is nice. So you end up doing that pack anyways. You already have it already unlocked as a new player. Anyways, there you go. Not a fan of the deluxe packs. Way too expensive, not enough value. I hope they discount them this year. It would be really smart to discount them, in my opinion. All right. Knock out this last World Boss Legend Clear. Sorry for the tangent there. I cannot believe that. Dude, that's... What is that? 8,800 crystals for Athena? And you have to use a Mega Tier 2 advancement ticket on Icarus. Boy, yeesh. That is nasty. Yeah, it triggers the rage, so that's okay. Or judgment, not rage. Yeah, Icarus is free, but you do have to get him to tier 2 or whatever, so you have to use a ticket. Or you have to, sorry, you don't have to. You can slow drip farm those bios, but that's going to take you a very long time. You can get enough bios to get his gears done and get him all leveled up and everything just from doing that quest over a long period of time. But he is free, technically. We're working on it. We're free to play, so I hit those stages when we've got the extra energy. I'm not going to go look, but if we looked, we have some amount of Icarus bios, and we already have him 6 stars. So there you go. I think I may have even used one of our regular like 6-star rank up tickets on him or something, 5s that were stacking up. We had a lot of them, so use one up and get that much closer to getting him tier 2. But yeah, crazy epic quest. Not a fan. Whoa, Thor, brother. Oh, my friend. I might have to not just read chat while I play Thor. No, not 6-star mega rank up ticket. 6-star advanced, like 6-star ticket. Just one of the, and I think it was a 5 actually. Because we had like 4 5-star rank up tickets and 3 6-stars or something saved up. So I just used one of the regulars. I know. Thor, brother, no. Because as the ratio of 5 to 6s gets out of whack, we have no 2s, no 3s, no 4s, 4 5s, and 3 6s. The 5s will just sit there and take up space in the inventory. So Icarus actually gives value for using it, because otherwise I have to slow farm his bios, right? So that just pushes us through, you know, whatever that is, 100 of his bios that I don't have to farm from the mission. So, it's just one of those things where I know because we get a 5-star every month, I'm going to end up with a lot more 5-stars than 6s, or especially 4s, for fuck's sake, because we never get 4-star rank up tickets. Hey, Moon Knight. They're the purple. I mean, I'd take responsibility for this, but I'm not driving. You're driving. Get a phone out of here. Yeah, we're going to do account help at the end of the stream. Didn't we look at your account yesterday, though? I'm pretty sure we did. Ah! Just make a bunch of electricity or something and make them die. There we go. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, we're going to do, I'm going to try and get through like 9 or 12 people today, so. Well, I'll know immediately when we look at it, so. Yeah. Let's make sure we let other people have a turn. Okay, let's see what we got for Stranger real quick. Yeah, if we haven't looked at yours, Dark Knight, we'll probably take a look. I really want to try and get the people that have been hanging out for like a month. If we haven't looked at your account yet and you want us to look, we'll try and get you in today. I've got one name written down from yesterday. I'll check and see if they're here before we do it. But yeah, we're going to... Oh, Ronan scared me. I was like, we got a pink pip. We got a pink pip. There's no way. Not the pip we were looking for. Oh, golly, guys. I know. Kush, get out of here. Don't tempt me, Frodo. We need 75. We need 75. EOD. What's going to be the best way to get that? Alien villain. Oh, guys, we can get it. We can get the EOD with Loki. Yes, Dark Knight's got it. We can get it. Oh, yeah. Let's do that really quick. I'm gonna open a rift really quick. Someone said they needed it. I'll dip into it really quick. We can tear it up. Get this done. Opening a rift. I will jump in here with a little bit of energy to help out. Get the bonus. You can Venhai, but I would never recommend that for free-to-play players unless you are so far in the game that you've got like some wacky imbalance where you've got like 20,000 TCP and 10,000 EOD. The conversion rate is really bad. It's in there, but it's like 3 to 1, and it takes like tier 2 materials or something. It's bad. I couldn't believe it. That was like the 4,400 crystals from Makari. When I saw that craft recipe, I was like, bah. What's up, Siptarsi? Good to see you again. Yeah, we're going to do account help today. We're gonna tier 3 Strange here, though, is what it looks like. We're gonna do our Alliance battle. I've got a little bit longer today. I do have to go. I'm working today, but I set aside a little extra time this morning, so we do have time for account help. But I am going to tier 3 Strange, hopefully. No pressure. We have to actually get a score under pressure for the first time in ABL. So good luck to us. Oh, I'm not nervous. You're nervous. Yeah, we're doing some funky stuff with Wolverine. Like, I feel like if you don't have his artifact and you don't have plans to like flex around with him, I'm pretty sure Venom is a stronger PvE damage dealer. I think, but then again, I should go back and watch both those videos comparing them. I don't have them both. Someone that can compare them could chime in. Yeah, that's what I thought, is that Venom was a little stronger in PvE than Wolverine. But Wolverine is very strong in PvE, so it's like, for us, we found his artifact early, so we got the uniform. And that way we can like use him for our early PvP. And then once our PvP team surpasses like Wolverine's usage, we have the option to just put a good PvE obelisk on him and use him as hard combat hero PvE character, which is what we're doing anyways. We're using him for our like combat hero alliance battle day, and it's been working pretty well so far. It's like hard to hear about people's card luck. I feel like a dick. Our cards have been just crazy. I was telling one of our homies from the stream today that I wish I could give him our Guardians of the Galaxy card for a freaking reroll at this point. We just need Pierce. Yeah, I just habitually do too. I feel like every time I open one or dip into one, I always just put 20 energy into it. 30 completion points. Feel like that's a good, 1/3 chunk of the work. But yeah, I'm sure it's done. Honestly, when I open these up, the Alliance and all you guys tear them up so fast, it's absolutely awesome. When we're doing Mythic Rifts, it'll be really cool. We'll get like a rotation going probably on the stream with people, so we can all farm as much essence as possible. We're probably gonna do Wolverine tier 4 on the discount, actually. As strange as that sounds. A lot of reasoning behind that, but yeah. Exactly. What Kush said. That's another reason that like Venom's gonna be a better bet. The only reason I'm investing in Wolverine is because we have options. He's got the artifact on our account, so we can use him in PvP. And so it increases his value. Basically, that 0.5 extra is worth the PvP value to me. And that's really what it breaks down to. All right, let's do this ABL thing. Boom. Normal. And in normal, we do not use any support characters or any good characters. I got really mad at myself for screwing that up the other day. So you can just go ahead and take it. And then just take some trash with you. Take vision. There you go. All right. Yeah, it's not the best. In fact, the way I understand it, Subtarsi, his old uniform is actually a little bit better, the X of Deaths or whatever, because it has like one desirable PvP debuff or like penetration or something that the new one doesn't have, but the new one does work quite well in PvP. It's not going to be like top meta, though. If you look at the top of Challenger mode, you're not going to see Wolverine in there. At least I didn't. Not a lot. You see him every once in a while. And then you do see him in like Vibranium and stuff. Yeah. Yep. It put our Venom in a weird spot because I was 100% planning on building Venom, obviously, since we built him up to tier 3. But yeah, Wolverine kind of just usurped him with that artifact. I think we're gonna be able to like double dip him. I'm never actually gonna build him fully for PvP. And that way, like switching him to PvE, quote unquote, won't be costly. We won't have to like override some crazy PvP CTP or something like that. It's going to be a temporary stopgap for us. Probably support. You're going to want, like, Colossus is one people use all the time. I mean, obviously, Agent Venom with his uniform and his artifact is kind of the support for Null right now, but yeah. The team is like Silver Surfer, Null, and Agent Venom. That is the team. Shoot, brother. Well, there you go. Get his uniform, slap him in there, and you're on your way. Yeah, that's an interesting point, Kush. That's an interesting point. You know, you can always build up your Agent Venom. It sounds like you've got some resources. Wolverine's good. People do this thing where they like... So the issue is, Pokemaster, is that like the meta in this game is really solidified. So if you take a team with like Spider-Man, Wolverine, and a support up against that team I just said, Silver Surfer, Null, and Agent Venom, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. I don't care what Wolverine says, you're gonna die. And it's just because of the way it all rock, paper, scissors out. Like, Wolverine just gets smashed right now. And so you don't see him at the top end. But what I'm saying, I guess, is that that doesn't mean he's a bad character. When you compare Wolverine to the Gamut, it's just that the meta team is like really, really strong. And he is not part of that. Unfortunately for him. All right. This was, yeah, double support and Gamora. This was fine. This was fine. Our Gamora, I don't want to mess with it right now, but we need to finish building her up. I may just do that off stream if I can find the time. All right. Yeah, we're just going to go with it. Good. Okay. Yeah, that's the other reason that, like, I'm looking at Wolverine that way, is because even though we're looking at building Null potentially, like you just said, it's a huge investment. It takes time. And on a free-to-play account, the amount of gold and stuff that it's going to take is going to make it take, you know, a good amount of time. Too far away. Go. The 6 kill. I don't want him to jump away from it. I'm scared. This is not going to be the best run, but that's okay. Yeah, don't no 1 and 2 weaving on her. Wait, you don't need to build up a tier 3 and it just screws up your proc. Force a habit, just saying it out loud to remind myself. Oh, puppy, you good girl. I gotta fight this beastie, not pet you. I want a sip of coffee, but it's not gonna work out. Oh. You gotta bug her off, doggy. Not for you yet. You gotta wait for mama. I do want to quit screwing around with that 7 million. I want to be hitting that every time we can. The ones that are stuck at 5, fine. But we have a lot of characters now that should be hitting 7 million consistently. And I need to not settle for scores less than that. The way team-up tokens are going to work for us, from what I can tell, is we won't be doing any converting. From what I can tell, converting team-up tokens as a free-to-play is probably a really terrible idea. Oh, that's going to be awful. Dang it. Dang it! That's right, let's look at our 7 mil. It's just a really bad conversion rate, so you just lose out on tokens. You're just like sacrificing tokens. Because the idea as a free-to-play, you're gonna like specifically target one, I'm gonna pay attention to this because I need this to tip over to 7 million. If it doesn't, I'm gonna restart. No, we're gonna restart. Not even gonna risk it. Not even gonna risk it. Team up tokens. Yeah, the idea of specifically targeting one as a free-to-play player is probably just nonsense. So breaking tokens down and actually like losing tokens seems like a terrible idea. Just save them all up and, you know, spend them as you get them. Try and upgrade the team-up collections where you can. You're not gonna get a lot of the like quest steps on the right done at all, which is fine. Free-to-play life, maybe over years, but that's the way it is, and yeah. Just hope you get some team-up collecting done. Gosh, I don't even think we've like looked at that screen on stream. Focus up a little bit here. Right into the meteorite. What is... Oh, I did it again. No, 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 no. Nice. Nice save, Gamora. Nice save. We've been getting gold from everywhere lately. But Dispatch, we just got 5 million in the inbox yesterday, and then, you know, trying not to spend too much, not re-rolling ISO 8 sets without a discount where we can avoid it, things like that. Okay, nice, nice, nice. We'll line this up. Get a nice big rotation, and that should take us to 7 mil. There we go. That's more like it. That's more like it. All right. Very nice. Got our team up collection tokens. Yeah, Dispatch is like an unbelievable source of gold. It's where most of our gold is coming from. No, I don't want to. Oh, I don't know if that's effective here at all. I don't really think so, but... Sure. All right, well... Dang Doing good, Abanov. Good to see you again. Thanks for coming by the stream. We're trying to get our last 75 Essence of Dimension here from our no requirements day. Or no, it's requirements. It's a villain. It's villain alien today. So we get to use Loki. And we're going to try and snag the 75 Essence of Dimension here, which will give us our tier 3 Doctor Strange. No pressure. Here we go. I'm really bad at this, so I'm like nervous, but it's okay. We got this, guys. We got this. We got this. Probably wait. No, I tried waiting, and it did not work as well. Just want to get in there and do that first rotation. Let them come down, clip at you, 3, 5, 4 with some odds. Stay out of the goo, move so you don't get hit. Oops, dang it. Forget you don't want to bust the big rotation there, you want to save it. We're going to have to do this kind of right in order to get the Essence of Dimension. He says zombie tokens are bust. If you can't get it, you better use tokens. I don't think we can, Kush. I think I spent them all. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I spent them all. We got double tier 4 materials this week from the zombie shop. So we picked up Carbonadium and Soul of the Faltine. Move! No! Loki! Move your ass! What are you doing? Get out of there! I need to grab that. Oof. Close. Golly. Oh my gosh. Haven't been playing as much Loki lately. We got hit by every one of those meteorites. Literally just like jumped into every single one of them. That was pretty funny. Bad luck. Oh, come on, man. Killing me, Loki. This is awful. Alright. Just playing bad and things aren't lining up. It's all good. I want that EOD because we can't buy it. Hopefully, like, yeah, maybe a couple of those could not land right on our head. That would be... Love that. Move, Loki. Duck and weave, duck and weave. Go, go, go. Oh, I should have saved that tier 4 or tier 3 skill. That's okay. I think we'll still get the tier 4 or tier 3 rotation in here. Oh, come on. Those buffs are falling off so long before I hit that 5, but that's okay. 2-2! Let's go! What's this? Oh, thanks. Dun dun dun! Let's do it! The man himself. A doctor, give me the news. Mr. Doctor, a Doctor Strange. Let's do it. Cool, guys. Very cool. So this also for us unlocks our tier 4 material bonus, I believe. So, hoorah. Hoorah. Very nice. Gotta love it. Tier 3, Doctor Strange in the house. 22 hours till unlock. Beautiful. All right. Man, now it's time to build the bad boy himself. We'll get him into World Boss Legend tomorrow, see if we can get his potential. Yeah, Loki can do really well in ABL. Our account's 2 months old, so doesn't hit quite the same. Yep, exactly. That's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna hope this helps push through dispatch, but we're gonna be stuck till we get Pierce. I'm almost positive that we're gonna be stuck till we get Pierce. Wow, wow. Stats are already looking great, which is really good sign since he has no Uru and just crit rate on his obelisk. So looking really good. Looking really good. All right, our ABL's done. Oh, I better grab this, eh? So we got all of our crafting cubes today, which is really nice. All right, guys. What else we got here? Let me look at my list. We got 41 boost points and 88 energy. Well, that just looks just right for some dimension missions. Let's do it. No, we don't need Valk anymore. This does start to get progressively more expensive, by the way. Just because you don't need characters after a while. We're going to skip magic as well. Alright, maybe we're not. Maybe we'll just keep trying to... this is just such a rare hit from this... we have so much gold, too. Okay, we'll leave it on Weapon Hex. Wouldn't be the worst character to unlock, and that gold cost now is getting really, really high, even with a lot of gold. I don't want to troll ourselves. And get, oh gosh, 99. 99? Holy. You know, all these free materials these all the time. That's from that web exclusive thing where you roll the draw every day on the web from the forum. Web event or whatever it's called. Nice, got Avengers tokens. Very cool. Alright. I wanted to go here. Oh, we're a ways off. We're way off. Yeah, Eddie, you think I'm messing around, bro? This free-to-play life, dude, we gotta look at things differently. You look at that right and you're like, oh my gosh, $1,000,000 gold for a 1% chance? Let me talk to you about that 1% chance, my friend. Let's take a look at that 1% chance that we're rocking to hit. What do we got here? Didn't we already take somebody up? No? Am I remembering that wrong? It was Nick Fury. And I thought, no, none of the premiums yet. So if we go down here, 3 1% chances, 4 1% chances, something like that. Where is she? 2 1% chances right here, 2 1% chances right here. Like tiny percent chance, 1% chance, 1% chance, 1% chance from Abomination. So anyways, you can see it happens, man. It's worth it. If you're free to play, it's worth it. You can't get these characters any other way besides like premium selectors, and like I'll be damned if I'm going to use a premium selector on a character I can get out of Dimension. Yes. All right, let's just bust these out, and then we'll do some account help. Let's get in there and do it. Where is my crescent? Well, I just don't have one. No crescent here. Yeah, exactly. Abomination's probably more like 0.01%, literally. I don't need no stinking crescent, bro. All right, my friends. Let me see here. I've got one from yesterday. We're going to take a look at. So, maybe. They need to be in here. Does somebody claim that IGN? I didn't write down your username as well. I just wrote down your IGN. I just want to make sure this person's here because I don't want to review their account. Oh, thank you, honey. Also, good morning. Yay, breakfast. Okay, it looks like our guy's not here. That's okay. So go ahead. Let's see, Dark Knight. Give me your IGN real quick. Yeah, let's take a look at Dark Knight's account. Yeah, give me your IGN, Kyle. Go ahead and throw them up. If you want us to take a look at your account and we haven't looked at your account yet, go ahead and put it in chat here, and I'm going to snatch some of these up and we will start taking a look at some accounts. Llamas. And we'll grab this one. So I'm going to do them 3 at a time here. So I grabbed Dark Knight, Llamas, and Kyle. We're going to look at those really quick, and then we'll grab 3 more. So there's no real fair way we're doing this. We're just trying to all use an honor system. If we've looked at your account already, please don't make us do it again. Because my memory with everything going on is not going to be that great as far as who we've already looked at. I think... are we... There you are. Anything specific you want us to look at, Dark Knight? Yeah, bro, you're working. Look at this. What's up, Albin? Good to see you again. Thanks for coming by the stream. Next tier 4. Okay. Yeah, your cards look good. You know what you're doing here. You know what's going on. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, the rolls on this are kind of rough. I'm trying to call these what they're actually called. Bonus stats is what like Pierce is called. Fixed option is what the first stats are called. Bonus option, and then craft stats. Excuse me. They made that horrible to remember. So yeah, your bonus options on this card are, on this card are not very good. The proc's nice, but did we roll that? Yeah, you got a lot of optional stats that are looking kind of rough. Like you could re-roll some of these. Mind resist and flame resist. Definitely would get in and re-roll that. You've also only got 3 quality here, so you've got a lot of room. You know what I mean? You don't need to hit a 5 quality to not be losing stats kind of thing. That can be tough depending on if you're free to play or not. HP proc, cooldown, basic attacks, that looks nice. Still with the 3s. Yeah, it looks like you mostly know what you're doing. I would take a look at some of those like secondary stats on those. Swords look pretty good. Yep, you got some cooldown duration there. Looks like if you wanted, you could roll some more cooldown duration on your swords at some point, maybe. You've got it going on, though. You've already got a good amount of cooldown duration going on here. You got 9%, so you're doing good. Tier 4s. Let's see what you got. I mean, Strange is the obvious call during the anniversary. Like, seems like a good fit. You've already got Magneto, though. So you've already got, like... Yeah, he's Blast Villain in this, so... that's interesting. So actually, might just leave him at tier 380. Any plans for, like, the big PvP boys or anything like that? Yeah, because I was gonna... That's exactly what I was thinking, is you've got Thanos built up, and you could consider him for PvP. You've also got Silver Surfer with his uniform here. You know, so... Utilize that in PvP, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I like Silver Surfer. I like a PvP pick. You've got a lot of PvE power. You don't really need to worry about it. You've got a farmer. You've got like lots of stuff going on there. You're 2 farmers, so like you're doing good there. You got some good ABX characters. Your speeds are a little rough. Yeah, you could use like a blast and a speed eventually, but yeah, Silver Surfer looks good. While you still, and also it's like you've got this uniform. Get the value now before it completely falls out of the meta. You know what I mean? That's what I would think. That's what I would think. Yeah, looking good though, man. Looking good. All right. Let's get to another one. I think... Yeah, I was gonna say, I think you're on the friends list. All right, Llama, what you got, brother? Let's take a look at your cards and stuff. Okay, you got a lot of cards that need crafting, but you're doing good, man. You got your 3-star, 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 3-star. I imagine you're just going for 3-star here. You got to finish crafting these out, though. Are you just leaving them? Like, you're like, okay, I've got my 3 Pierce, so I'm moving on to another card where I could maybe get 3% Pierce kind of thing? ABXL and Otherworld Battle Tips? Okay. Yeah, I see what you got going on there. Just trying to get all the Pierce you can first. But yeah, so now what? You're going back through them and you finish crafting them up and then re-roll them. Take care, Abhinav. Thanks for coming by the stream. Got 7.3. You could get some more cooldown on your swords if you needed. Yeah, a lot of PvP cards, man. That is a solid PvP set. Solid PvP set. Okay, ABXL. Place 1 on Annie with Ghost Rider card. Gotcha for the all attacks, yeah. Basically, I'll have a list with an invincibility. What did you say? You said, yeah, there it is. And Otherworld Battle Tips. Okay. I mean, every time, if I see this, I basically immediately, my mind goes, you should tier 4 this character while you can still enjoy this uniform. He does have a lot of Otherworld Battle value. Did back in the day, right? I'm asking that as a question, I should say. I don't know really anymore how he performs in Otherworld Battle. I imagine other people crush him, but might still have some use. And is really strong, but also I don't know if you want to tier 4 him. Waiting on a judgment for Ghost Rider. Gotcha. Yeah. And you got the X of Deaths. Yeah, you've got a lot of like... You've like got... For your Otherworld Battle team, huh? Do you have Agent Venom in his artifact? At all? I need to like, I'm not super versed in high-end Otherworld battle teams. Okay, gotcha. So I know that people run, I mean, I'm sure you have Wasp in here somewhere. If not, you want to make sure you want to make sure you have Wasp or somewhere in there, I think, for debuff cleansing in Otherworld battle. Is going to be really, really big. And then I imagine you're using what, like Sentry, Wolverine, Spider-Man, Deadpool kind of characters for Otherworld Battle. So Deadpool's a weird one, Pokemaster. That's kind of why I'm asking about him for Otherworld Battle. Yeah, something like that, yeah. He's a speed male hero. And that is a funky... It's like one of the worst typings in the game. It doesn't have a lot of ABXL value. As far as PvP goes, I think he just gets kind of beat up, bullied by some of the higher top meta characters. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, look at that thing. Nice. Yeah, so I mean, when you've got the immortality, it's also like, without his artifact, you're not gonna have a good time. Waiting on a Mega Tier 2 for Magic. Yeah, there you go. I mean, I guess so. There you go. Like, the only things I would say is like Null. I mean, obviously, I don't see him, so he's like one of the PvP meta, and then getting that debuff cleansing from Wasp built up or someone. I think Strife is like your only other option or something like that for a good Otherworld Battle debuff cleanse. So you probably want to go with Wasp. I don't see Strife, but I also didn't look very hard. Where would he be if he was tier 2? Right here. Yeah, I don't see Strife, so yeah, I would just build up Wasp so you get the debuff cleanse. Bring up Magic. Yeah, if you got an artifact especially, give her a shot. I don't know. I gotta ask you before we move on, how does Spider-Man perform for you in like Otherworld Battle and stuff? Card unequipped discount coming? I don't know exactly when it's gonna come. I would imagine... well, a little closer to the anniversary. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I've been kind of like gathering data on Spider-Man, and yeah, Spoodermoon doesn't seem like he's doing too hot. So yeah, you've got some room then to like adjust characters out and fit those in. I think the support and stuff might help your Otherworld Battle team. I guess that's kind of all I've got. Got a lot of good stuff going on though, man. Yeah, that tier 4 choice is tough. I'll leave that to you. You got a lot of good options for tier 4, so... But yeah, the PvP support, looking at that, and then yeah, like maybe Magic and Null. Yeah, but yeah, and without the Agent Venom artifact and stuff, it's like, eh. So, and you got Sentry. Yeah. That's pretty much all I got, is just think about the support for Otherworld Battle. If you can get Magic's artifact, I guess she's good. And tier 4... Well, that's kind of up to you, my friend. No problem, llamas. I hope that helped a little bit. Your account is tipping into that area where it's like, I have some knowledge, but there's like, you know, when we get into brilliant CTPs, I start, you know, I don't really know. I start just like looking over at Alex's mega guides and pretending I know what I'm talking about at that point. All right, let's get another one here. I got one more on the list, and then we'll grab a couple more names. Yes, it was you. Yes, I had you on the list. Tarsi, we'll get you. Hang on just a sec. We'll do this one, and I'm going to add you to the top of the next one. Yeah, I told you yesterday we'd get you. I can... I can copy this name out of chat. All right. Let's take a look at what you got going on here, my friend. So, yay, nay, yay, nay is the general consensus on these cards. A lot of people really don't like these Loki cards. Yeah. And am I right in thinking that it is the combined fact that they both have cooldown duration as a main stat, and then they don't have procs, and their secondary stats are less desirable than some of the other cards? That's kind of the breakdown. Take care, Kush. Thanks so much for hanging out, brother. I appreciate you. Hope you have a great day. Your cards aren't cooked. No, no worries. No worries. I'm just, It's where I start usually. Yeah, they don't have all attack. So there you go. So you know that. So like maybe hold off on crafting these. You've got them equipped now. There's really kind of recommend it. But yeah, and you already are. Like, yeah, craft these other cards first. See if you can get stars there. And then down the road, you'll probably... Nice 7 quality on this one, though. I'm not going to lie. That's pretty sweet. So, like, yeah, you could have that hang out for a bit. And then, yeah, exactly. Maybe replace one on the anniversary. Maybe replace them both. Oh, you have Crescent. Crescent's a nice, like, PvP splash card. If you're going for, like, a hybrid type set between the Crescent card and the GOG card, you get 2 HP boosts. It's pretty nice. Right. All right. And the cable card, yeah, nice roll on that, too. Wow, nice roll on that. Sweet. Yeah, you kind of got an idea. So there you go. You kind of got an idea of what you need. I don't know. I mean... Yeah, I was going to say, you maybe equip the Crescent card over this 5 quality Loki card, as much as it sucks. Like, if you're going to unequip them, definitely wait for the discount. 100%. If you go that route, just wait for the discount, and yeah, unequip this bad boy and replace it with the Crescent card. And if you're going to use an unequipped discount, yeah, consider... I don't know if you're playing fully free-to-play or what. Like, as a free-to-play player, with crystals being so, like, scarce, I tend not to like unequips. But with premium cards, a reroll is so valuable that with the discount, what are we looking at? Oh, mess around with that. It's 600, so with the discount, it's like 4 whatever. Even at 600, it's totally worth a P card, like the cost of a P card. So yeah, if you're full free to play, Kyle, just hold out, just wait until you get the unequipped discount for cards. I want to get back to your account here. We ain't done. And then yeah, pop those 2 off and use them as rerolls. It sucks. You're gonna have to bite the bullet on some crystals, but it's okay. It's not like the end of the world, you know. Not optimal, but not the end of the world. Let me get you back here. We're gonna look at some. Apologize. I just wanted to check that unequipped cost because yeah, especially with the discount, that's pretty tempting. Yeah, and what Alvin said, definitely don't craft or invest in the cards you're gonna unequip. 100%. Make sure you leave them just as they are, and then yeah. Hold out till you can get the discount and unequip them and replace them. Crescent card is a great hybrid card for sure. Working on your swords, nice, nice, very good. One thing I will say, you've already got 8.7% cooldown, so there you go. You got a good amount of cooldown on your swords. I think about 10% is nice to try and get for, you know, accounts in their first several months playing the game. After we got shown that trick, so. Keep that in mind, but you're doing really good there. And then, okay, you've got tier 4 Spider Gwen, huh? All right, all right. Oh, and you got Null built up? Oh, homie. You got a lot going on here. So, wow, full free to play. How long have you been playing this account? Nice, congrats on the Valkyrie. Yeah, totally worth 600. 600 crystals for 2 P cards? Absolutely. 100%. That's actually not... Honestly, Kyle, don't even sweat it, because 600 crystals sucks. Don't get me wrong, that sucks. But for 2 P cards to save them, just let it go. Just brush it off. It's not a big deal. There you go. Okay, so you got tier 4 Strange almost done. And then we got the discount coming up. Tough call. Because you don't really have another native tier 2 lined up to utilize the discount on the anniversary, which is fine. Yeah, having gold issues from Null, for sure. Yeah, get your Null to level 80, and then, I don't know, man. It sounds like you're not in a great spot to try and tier 4 Null right now. Which is fine, because I guess he's really strong at level 80. You know, obviously you're not going to beat challenger teams of tier 4 null and stuff, but I hear he's pretty good at tier 3 80, so you could probably just finish him up to 80 and then kind of hold off and give yourself a break. Like, I would not try to go straight into tier 4ing him. I would use some of your discounts, brother, because it looks like you've still got all your tier 4 discounts from the, or maybe you've used one, I'm sorry. So you've used your 40% most likely discount, I'm guessing. So you've got several more tier 4 discounts that you can use. So maybe think about, like, you've used one, and then what is it? It's another one, then a break, and then another one, right? So yeah, you get another chance to build a tier 4 manually, plus the 15% discount. And then maybe think about null. Oh, 9k carbo, yeah. 7k soul to Faltine. Exactly, yeah, it takes a lot of materials. So yeah, as far as tier 4 recommendations, you've got Ghost Rider's Seasonal. It's so good. It's hard not to recommend that people use this before it's not as good. You know what I mean? Since you've got this, it's a good recommendation, right? He's a really good tier 4, really good striker. Yeah, a lot of value from this tier 4. You also can use one of your discounts on him, which is huge. You can use that like 25% discount. Definitely a very appealing option for sure. Yeah, and I would be careful doing this. You've got like a 74, a 74, and a 74 here. Taking characters to 72 gives them a big power bump, but 74, 76, 78 are hardly impactful at all from what I understand and my experience, right? 80 is where you get the next big bump. So getting a bunch of characters stuck in between 72 and 80 just spreads your resources out, and it'll make it harder. You've split a lot of gold. Like, think about your gold in between these 3 characters. So just something to think about. Hulk's a good tier 4, but I definitely wouldn't take him over Ghost Rider. Venom is a good tier 4. Definitely wouldn't take him over Ghost Rider. It's hard to say that anyone would honestly be a better pick than Ghost Rider or a native tier 1, tier 4. Judgment would be amazing on Ghost Rider if you could use a Judgment on him, but I don't even know that there's like a better target for a Judgment. If you have a Judgment, right? Someone else can help me out here with this one because I'd have to go check the guides, but I'm pretty sure that would be an amazing target for a Judgment. And then, yeah, I'm just looking at other options for tier 4s, and it's pretty much like Ghost Rider or bust, my friend. I'm gonna try and give you one other suggestion, though. And I guess from what you've got, it would probably be Gwenpool, tier 4. Quite strong in World Boss Legend and can cover some ABXL coverage for you if you need it, which it looks like you might. So she would be a good option, but Ghost Rider, baby, is looking juicy fruity. All right, man. I hope that helped. I hope that was some help. Gonna move on to another one here. Try and keep moving, get through a couple more people. I said I'd do some. Let's do some. I am gonna have to start like kind of stuffing my face while I do this. So pardon my chewing. Let me know, honey, if you need me to take a break and talk to you about work. Let's see what we've got here first. It's quality physical. Ay, yum, 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 yum. That's nice. Gotta like that. Yeah, card, CTP, the whole thing, for sure, for sure. Man, your cards look great. This is an exceptional set of cards for any new players that are like wondering. There's like PvP splash in here with the Crescent card and the Guardians of the Galaxy card, and you've got the Luna Snow and the White Fox card here, Baby Spidey. Really good, really good. Ghost Rider card maybe would be nice, but this is a super solid set. 7.5 months old. Nice, nice. Yeah, and you know what you're up to in here. I can tell. You kind of know what you got going on. Gonna want the 3rd blue star here, obviously. Nice 7 quality roll on that. Bro! Bro, that's an amazing card roll. Homie, that is just huge. Congrats on that. Huh, beautiful. Yeah, cards are looking real good. It looks like you're on the right. I mean, like I said, you know where you're going. You know what you're doing here. There's not a lot of advice to give you. You are on the right track as far as I know. Especially from like a free-to-play perspective. But, you know, once you're like 8 months into an account, yeah, cards start looking good. If you're doing things right. So it looks like, am I seeing that right? Looks like there's no cooldown reduction on your swords at all. Is that on purpose? Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha. So with the swords, like you're on the right track. Like you just want to try and get, you know, the same gem. You know, you want 4 gem swords, so you just want to keep trying to get 4 gems. And I like to get, so I personally like, it's like a hard thing to explain because both these strategies work. They're both decent strategies. I like spreading out and doing 1 sword of each color and just getting this all attacks bonus as high as I can as fast as possible. And then I don't have to like override swords or unequip swords or like deal with changing them out later. The other thing you can do is what you've done here, which is get physical attack and energy attack boosted up and all attacks and then swap the swords out as you go. So you're on the right track, man. You just got to keep going for like, you know, more single gem color swords. And then the other thing here is that once you get some good swords, like this 4-star pink sword here, consider using a crappy 6 gem sword, I guess it would be called, that you're not going to use to re-roll this, and you can re-roll these stats and get cooldown reduction on your cards. Or swords, excuse me. God, a lot of different stuff to talk about. On your swords. So you can end up with quite a bit of cooldown reduction here. Yeah, you can re-roll all these effects. It's right, I will take you there. So right here, when you're looking at your swords, right, you can go to change option and you can use any 6 gem sword. It doesn't have to be awakened. You just need a 6 gem sword. Yep. One that you're not going to use, and you can hit change options and try and get cooldown reduction on your swords because it takes some of the pressure off of having cooldown reduction on your cards. So it lets you get better attack stats on your cards by cushioning that with the swords. All right. You got Dr. Oh, that's just a tasty group of 5 tier 4s right there. My goodness. That's like the cream of the crop, baby. I mean, not really, but it's that's some really solid tier 4s. Magic coming up. Do not have her artifact yet, though. Am I seeing that right? So we've got, need an artifact for magic. I would try to get the artifact before I tier 4 her, I would think. What's up, Victor? But I hate the colors. Lazy morning, I hate, so many people do. I don't know what it is about the colors they picked. It's just bonkers. They picked colors that are so close to each other in shade that like people that struggle with color, I don't even struggle that much with color, and it drives me nuts. Yeah, you can do bulk enchanting. 50 would be a lot for a free-to-play player if you're early on your account. I just want to point that out. That's not like bad advice if you've got like a lot of materials and stuff. And that's kind of the strategy, to upgrade them to 2 stones, check for ones of the same color, yada yada. I go to 3 sometimes because I do sets of 10. So I'll like rank them up to 3. And because I'm still looking for a lot of like 4 and 5 gem swords. So I could have 1 off color and then still roll into a major upgrade. But yeah, once you're like fighting for those final upgrades, I would probably just roll 2 stones like Alvin said, look for the same color and then go from there. What's going on, Dennis? Thanks for coming by the stream. Yeah, there is a colorblind mode, like Ariel said, and I've used it for a while. It's just different. I didn't find it much better, I don't think. And then it gets weird trying to communicate with people about the swords because your gems are different colors. Okay, so... Man. You got a lot of options. Do you have any plans for your next tier 4? You have some in your storage? What do you have? So you got a conquest here. Rage here. Yeah. I mean, this is not necessarily... I don't think this is great for Hulk anymore. For PvE. I don't know. Someone can help me out with that. The HP is damage, but like I'm looking at this and you would be so much better off with a HP mini rage. Crit mini rage would be probably so much better for Hulk at this point than a CTP of regeneration. So I don't know if it's worth waiting for an unequip to take that off or how that works, but just something to note, I guess. And then did you say, which CTPs do you have? Yeah, which CTPs do you have on deck waiting to be equipped? Greed and destruction. Those are tough. Those are harder for me. I mean, greed is... Obviously, greed is one of your main PvP CTPs. And the only thing I'd say is like... Gosh, who uses... And you have an energy on deck too? Are you using Gwenpool in ABL, or are you just using her... Or, excuse me, yeah, ABX ABL, or are you just using her in World Boss Legend? It looks like you're using her for ABXL, I assume. Yeah. Rage on him. A destruction. I don't really know where to tell you to put a CTP of destruction. I'm not gonna lie. I'd have to go. What I would do is I would just go to Alex's Mega Guides, go to the champ building section, and look down the CTP suggestions till I found suggestions for destruction, and then sort out from those which one makes sense, if any, for my account. Because destruction is a little more niche, I think, now as a CTP. It's not quite as in demand. Mighty Greed, yeah, because Mighty Greed, I think, is the preferred CTP for Null Daddy. I mean, if you had a Judgment, Miles would be a good target for a Judgment, but we're not talking about Judgment. You know, like looking at this, my friend, I don't know that I would rush to equip any CTP necessarily, like to the wrong character, right? So like if Sentry gets a new uniform, you've already got him, like you're starting to build him, right? If Sentry gets a new uniform that's meta, I'm pretty sure this guy is a good target, you know, for one of your CTPs. And he only has an obelisk right now. So, yeah. Albin, thank you. I mean, I'd have to go look. I don't really have the destruction suggestions off the top of my head, but Albin said Hela is a good target for the destruction. I don't know if you have her built up at all. I don't see her. I could be blind. A lot of characters, no. Down here somewhere. Somewhere. Way down here. Way down in the dungeon. Yeah. So basically, I guess what I'm saying, Spatarsi, is like, looking at this list, I don't know that I would jump to put a CTP on any of these characters. Like, obviously, you're going to want to unequip your Conquest if you decide to go for a Mighty Greed on, or Brilliant, obviously, on Null. Yeah, and then Salim pointed out that, yeah, a normal destruction, a lot of those you're going to want to wait for a Mighty, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, I guess my concern would be more your next tier 4s than where to put those auxiliary CTPs. I'm sure it's bugging you having them in your inventory. But yeah, the Greed is a really high value CTP because you want to reforge it and get your Mighty Greed. So I wouldn't be in a hurry to put that on anybody. And then the Destruction, again, you want like a Mighty, maybe just chill on those. And then as far as your next tier 4 goes, I don't know if you have a specific plan. Yeah. Okay, going for Venom out of the Selector. Don't have her artifact. Tough call, yeah, and we don't have Allfather. Well, I want to say, like, so for your account, right, like Allfather Thor seems like it would be nice, right? Because you could use like an auto farmer, like with your Doctor Strange or something. You could make a really strong dispatch team, something like that. Like, I'm mostly just looking at your level 80s thinking about a tier 4. You're kind of past Loki's prime as far as account pushing. He's not as good for auto farming, so like Thor with Allfather would be a better option than Loki, I feel like at this point, especially like for a tier 4 target. Miles is still really strong for World Boss Legend, but like, you know, he's just a World Boss Legend one trick. So there's that. I feel like Captain Marvel is pushing expiry. Like I feel like this uniform is getting old, but she does cover ABXL days for you. And she's, you know, reasonably strong character. You're like, you've got 5 World Boss Legend clears so easily that you're looking at other value now, other things. You're looking at ABXL, you're looking at like, yeah, so there you go. I mean, I think that's going to depend on your Pierce, Albin, but yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. You're in kind of a weird spot where you can kind of just, you kind of need to just look at your account and say, what do I need most, right? If you want an auto farmer for Dimension Rifts, or you want an auto farmer for something, consider Allfather Thor. If you want, you know, to cover more ABXL days, consider Captain Marvel. Things like that is my thoughts, I guess. I don't see anyone who's screaming like, oh, you need to tier 4 this character, because you've got, like, you went for all the ones that would be like, yo, tier 4 this guy. So you're in really good shape. You're on 13.5 dispatch with 8% Pierce. So yeah. Ugh, that makes me dread what it's going to take for us to get through 13.5. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got for you. Like, looking at these, I personally would probably be considering I don't know how well Strange does on his own for rift farming and stuff. But things like that, I guess I'd be considering, and definitely ABXL coverage. So my eyes drift to something like Captain Marvel as far as tier 4s go. All right, my friend, I'm gonna move on to another one. I hope that helped some. I hope you got some information there. Let's see what we got here. We're gonna grab a couple more names here. Give me like a couple more IGNs. What are we at here? 2 hours? Okay, looking good. 10:30, perfect. 50 seconds on Saturdays. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I mean, probably ABXL, Subtarsi. Look at your ABXL days and think about who you can tier 4 to help really push your scores. Would be my guess. Because yeah, it sounds like you've just got like a lot of the bases covered already, you know? Need to play Bolden Cray. Have these guys. Get one more. I need one more IGN. Who do we got? Does anyone else want some account help? Oh, there you are. Never mind. I got it. I got you. We're good. We got 3. We got 3. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna bust through these 3 and we'll see where we're at. I don't know if you were just joking or if this is actually an IGN for an account, but we're gonna find out because that's pretty funny. This isn't real. Oh, it's real. That's so sick. Oh shoot, hilarious. How many days in are you here, brother? This is a freshie. So at least 7 days in here. At least 7 days in. Cards are, I mean, come on. You got your Loki card, you got your Strange card, Groot, Star-Lord, quality cards for, okay, towards day 14. Okay. Yeah, quality card set to start. Although getting towards day 14, man, I don't know. Epic cards, heroic, I mean, whew. Now watch what's up, Grimy Pipes. Thanks for coming by the stream. Yeah. You got your Loki, you got your Iron Man nil, you got your all about, dude. You're probably cooking, man. You got the recipe. That's the recipe locked in right there. Very cool. Nice. Bringing up your, yeah. Oh, you got Ghost Panther, dude. Let's go. Looking real good, man. Was Ghost Panther your like day 1 premium? Pass section 4 on dispatch mission. Well, you should already be able to knock out sector 4. And if you can't, your first goal should just be a 72 Loki, because they'll tear it down. You need an obelisk on your Loki, brother. Nice. Yeah, that's a good day 1 premium for sure. Get a mini rage, dude. Get a mini rage on your Loki. This is your dispatch right here. Get this. Get a, like, I don't know, ignore dodge, crit rate, or crit rate, crit damage, or the best you can get, crit rate mini rage on your Loki. And you will be in good shape for pushing dispatch, that's for sure. Thanks, Mahan. I hope you have a good day. Thanks so much for hanging out. Yeah, I think we'll have time on this one to take a look, Trey. Let me get through these accounts and we'll figure it out. Yeah, are you, I figure you're pushing Thor up sooner than later, since you've already got him to level 70. Just waiting to work up his gears. 6-star selector. Yeah, just one of your strong neckies. I mean, you got Man Thing going on. You got your Dr. Voodoo. Yeah, you want like your Icon or Katie, something like that. Start getting those built up. Yeah, Icon's quite good. All those like Okoye, Icon, are all strong early game. Take care, Kyle. Thanks so much for hanging out. Appreciate you watching the stream. Hopefully we'll see you again. Eddie, we need to talk. Eddie, you're in trouble. What is this? Eddie. Yeah. Yeah, well. Right back at you, bro. Yeah, dude, just get into Otherworld Battle, man, and set up those autoplays. Get yourself a bunch of the currency and slap some swords on there, because that's... I tell you right now, my friend, you go ahead and get swords, okay? Get swords. Like, do that now, like right now. Go get your swords, buddy. There's so much account power. Get your swords. Get a crit rate, mini rage, and that meaning not crit rate necessarily on the obelisk. That would be great, but meaning not the 1% damage based on dodge. You want it based on crit, not dodge. And then, yeah, you will be cooking in dispatch, man. You will feel the difference so much. Yes, Eddie, like, watch this. Just do it all at once. Like, don't touch the stage. Go build up like 6 swords. Just go to Otherworld Battle. Don't refill your entries. Just like run it, right? Run it on clear tickets to fulfill. I'm gonna actually show you really quick, dude, because this is one of the biggest things for new players. And I want to make a swords guide, but I just can't make all the guides at once. So you can go in here, right? Not here, I'm sorry. You go to Otherworld Battle. I said you go to Otherworld Battle. I get there eventually, somehow, right? And if we look at the Battle Pass, under the season objectives, if you look here, they'll be like, win Otherworld Battle with 4 or more surviving characters. But here's what you want. Win Otherworld Battle with 2 or more combat characters 10 times, right? That 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 40 times, 50 times, right? So you build a team, and then here, 2 or more blast type characters, all right? And then if there's usually a male female in here as well. But you can see there's speed, universal, with 2 or more male characters, with 2 or more female characters. And you want to just set up a team that meets, like, you know, it has 2 females, 2 combats, and 2 speeds, right? And then just set that up for 100 runs. And then you will get all of these swords and all of this Battle Pass XP and all of these rewards for the currency and stuff as well, blah, 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 blah. And then these, you'll get some runes. The first time you do this, consider going into the Battlefield shop right here and purchasing a buff. You can purchase 1 or 2 buffs, and what purchasing those buffs will do, I think the HP one is pretty good if you want to grab one that's actually effective in Otherworld Battle. You'll be able to get these. If you do it like 2 times, you'll end up with like 400, or what is it? 3 buffs. I'm sorry, 3 buffs. You'll end up with 400 runes of the unknown to get you started. So, bam, there you go. And yeah, you'll be good. You'll be good, my friend. If you're worried about how to build the swords, there's advice all over on how to do that. Someone's got a video for sure. I'll be making one soon, but yeah. I'm going to spare y'all breaking that down again. I think we actually went over that earlier today if you back the stream up. Okay, back to your account. Bam. All right. Yeah. Mini rage, your crit mini rage. Once your Thor gets up, Dr. Voodoo lead, Loki and Thor will trash dispatch mode for you. They will beat it up. Yeah, I could be Albin to get the swords. I get stuck in this thing where I'm like weighing. Okay, I'll break that down for you, what my thinking is on that real quick. If I can, I hate that you can't navigate to Otherworld Battle from that menu, this screen. For some reason, it bothers me. Yeah, we could purchase buffs, right? And then I would get some more Runes of the Unknown, which is great, right? But this is going to cost us like 1,000, 1,500 of the currency that we use to get tier 4 materials. Take care, Normal Noob. Thanks so much for hanging out, brother. And I just have so much trouble taking away from our guaranteed tier 4 materials to get, like for us in the situation we're in, because our swords are looking decent, to get some of this material that could potentially just get us nothing over and over and over again. Not an upgrade, not an upgrade, not an upgrade, right? So it's like worth it, but I would say it's way more worth it at the very beginning of your account. I don't know if that's something I want to pay out for more chances at gambling on swords, like every chance I get. It's worth weighing though, for sure. That's like, if somebody did that, I would not make fun of them. I think that's a reasonable choice. I'm just being kind of stingy about tier 4 materials. So I really don't want to be spending this currency, but that's just me. Might be different for someone else. All right, I'm not going to go back into that account because we just about talked about everything. But yeah, seriously, dude, build up those swords, keep working on your cards, and look for a mini rage obelisk with like crit rage, crit damage, or ignored dodge for your Loki. And you will absolutely make tons of progress in this. Okay, moving on. Wrong thing. Let's go, friends. I think we had one that's actually on our friends list. There we go. Micro Marley. So look at cards first. This is a nice card. This is a really nice non-premium card. This is a shop card though, isn't it not? This is one you can't get without chests, I believe. Wrong there. Poor quality. Yeah, just got to keep crafting it. You know what's going on there. Physical attacks, you definitely want to roll the HP proc here for sure. Kind of the reason everybody gets so glazy about this card. Yeah, exactly. There it is, Eddie. Yep. It's that all attack bonus and stuff. Plus you get other bonuses from the swords. It's going to be a huge amount of account power for you. Huge. Yeah, get that proc on there. And then, yeah, this one's kind of less desirable card. You're pretty good otherwise. Yeah, yes, I got all signed up for those. I actually mentioned it on stream the first day that it was put up there. But yeah, there is a forum event right now, guys. We'll say it again. Alex made a video about it today where you can go to the forums, post under a specific post that they have there, your IGN and like 10-year memories or something. You can just see how everyone else does it. And people are posting their like info from the pre-registration page. They're like agent info or whatever in there, but I think you can just post any old memories. And then after about 16 days, yeah, you get 100 of each tier 4 material. I would not sleep on that. I would go do that. It's very easy to do, and that's a lot of materials. All right. Look at your swords. Could have a little more cooldown on your swords. Swords are looking good, though. Because it's going to feel so good now that you've equipped them, Eddie. That's why. All right. So any specific questions here? Like anything specific you want to, you had questions about like next tier 4 or anything like that? Whoa, congrats, Sean. That's huge, dude. Congratulations. Working on your PvP team? Okay. See what you got going on. That's always a tough challenge. Oh, you got Noel coming up and you've got his uniform, so you've already got the main direction there. The issue is going to be managing materials until you get him, up to tier 4. Because he's a big stretch. The combo, sort of, with Noel right now is Silver Surfer, Agent Venom with the artifact. It's really important to get his artifact. It looks like you might be spending a little bit, I'm not sure. But if you are, consider routes to get that if you're looking at a PvP team. And then Silver Surfer with his newest uniform. And you can unlock his bios from Galactus GBR. I don't know if you have them unlocked yet. And get his, yeah, there you go, get his uniform at a really heavy discount on the anniversary. I would just, like I'm doing, kind of wait. Don't, like, jump on everything the first day of the sale. Try and see what they're actually releasing to the anniversary to see if the PvP meta shifts really heavy. Because you still have a lot of investment to go before you have that PvP team built. And so if that meta shifts on you, like, if that happened today, you could kind of put the brakes on some stuff and adjust accordingly, if that makes sense, right? And in the meantime, you've got Spider-Man, who's not great, but he functions in PvP. You could keep going to 80 with him if you wanted. I don't know how much extra PvP value you get from that, but worth it to consider. You could definitely find, I think there might be a better obelisk. This actually isn't terrible at all. So I don't know. I think he's already got the guard break, so let's not be selling IDs in chat, please, my friend. Appreciate you being here, though, by the way. I haven't seen your name before, but let's not be selling our accounts in chat, please. That's a really quick way to get banned out of here. All right. Yeah, as far as PvP goes, that's going to kind of be your bet. And then in the meantime, just kind of packing in what you can. You've got a lot of really strong PvE value, so you're going to want to use, like, Spider-Man. Eesh. I don't know. I don't know how Zombie Cap does for you in timeline battle in the midterm. Yeah, I know, right? That's nice. There it is. Yeah, so spending a little bit. You've got a couple characters that are kind of noted to have PvP value. Oh, you've got Carnage with his artifact. So there you go. As far as, like, working, so yeah, that's the thing. Like, working on your PvP team is essentially going to be bringing up the PvP team. And in the meantime, just, like, patching the boat with, you know, like Carnage, Spider-Man, I don't know, Hela, whoever, you know, you pick in the meantime. Once this guy gets up to, like, 70, 80 territory, he's probably going to be, I mean, he'll be pushing out your Spider-Man really fast, if not your Carnage as well. So you could keep him coming up. Contact me. I'm in the new meta Discord. You know, I don't really think about that, actually. You can't DM people on YouTube, so. Oh. Check. Yeah, hang on one sec, guys. So we're already through it. We're getting through about 9+ accounts here. So at a point here, I'm going to have to stop for today, but try and do this at least once a week. So, and Mondays are kind of my day right now. That's what I've got locked in. So I'm trying to give people a day they know they can come back and maybe get some account help, since we don't have time to do everyone. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm seeing, my friend, is just kind of like in the midterm, until you get this big meta PvP team brought up, just try to utilize these few characters you have with decent PvP value without investing too much more into them heavily, right? So, like, I would not be equipping a PvP CTP or anything to Spider-Man. Hold off on any of that jazz, and just, thanks for the invite. Yeah, just kind of hold it down until you get null built up. And really look at things like Agent Venom's artifact. That's a key part of that combo. And then consider looking into Silver Surfer. You don't have him built up at all yet, though, so you're going to have to watch out for, like, again, like the meta shifting before you get that built up, if that makes sense. And then maybe look at another option for Silver Surfer spot, since you only have him at like 1 star. And you've got some other like decent characters that can, like, this guy is going to get the symbiote bonuses from the Agent Venom, and also has his artifact and a CTP of Greed. So you might just look at a team like Null, Agent Venom with his artifact, and Carnage. I'm not a PvP whiz, and I'm a free-to-play bum, but that's what I've got for you, my friend. Hopefully that helped you out some. Oh, you've got, okay. Well, yeah. I don't know. Where's your Thanny? Oh, you got Fanny all the way down here. You've already got his uniform. You've got his artifact. It's a similar thing, man, where you've got like a potentially really good character here, but it's going to take you so long to build him. I'm good, brother. Thank you. I don't have the energy right now to run GBR. With you being in the middle of building Null, like, how does Thanos fit into that? You know what I'm saying? So, like, how long does it take to get through Thanos and Null? And by the time Null and then Thanos. And by the time you get to Thanos, I guarantee you he's going to be pushed even further out of the meta, unless he lands another uniform, which I actually doubt happening anytime very soon. So, yeah. That's pretty much all I've got to say about that. Yeah, I would just remember to stream like focus, like build Null. Don't be trying to build a native tier 3 and native tier 2s all at the same time. It's going to tank all your resources super hard. Yeah, exactly. So just like, that's the thing. You've got to make sure you don't get stretched too thin, or your resources are just going to get worse and worse. So you've already invested pretty heavily into Null, so just kind of try and keep that going, is my suggestion. Okay, we're going to move on. We got one more here on the list. Alrighty, friends. I always have to check here because it says that if you guys are here too. Kind of annoying that you can't look someone up if they're on your friends list. Did I miss you? Did I go past you? There you are. Awesome. Nice. Another earlier account. I like looking at earlier accounts. Oh, Lee, brother. Mother Hubbard. Look at these cards. Okay, so these stats down here are yucky. You're going to want to make sure you get the all attacks proc here, for sure. You do have 5 quality, which is nice, but these substats are pretty bad. Give me just a sec here, guys. I'm going to talk to my wife for just a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Fully crafted Luna in the back with Pierce, but stats are poo-poo. Aha. Yeah, you've got a lot of like kind of bad substats going on. But that's just going to be limited by the rerolls you have. You're using, I mean, I can kind of see what's going on. You're using your 6-star cards for crafting to get Pierce. You're not sitting here rerolling these cards with your 6-star cards. But at a point when you've got cards that you know you're going to keep long term, like this to me is 100% worth rolling for that proc right now. Like, get that, because that stuff is awesome. Take care, llamas. We'll see you next time, brother. Thanks so much for hanging out. Really appreciate you. Yeah. Similar stuff. And also the all attacks proc on your strange cards. I would grab those. Like, over crafting more Pierce, just because, like, I mean, granted, to a point. Like, if you get really unlucky, don't sit here and pump 30, 40 6-star cards in here trying to get the proc. But if you can throw some, you know, a couple at them and try and get, yeah, the cooldown issue. Yeah. How are you doing here? 10%. Yeah. So you just watch your cooldown then. Yeah. You know, I'm not looking at your stat, like that much detail, I should say, into your stats. So you'd know better, like where your cooldown's at and stuff. I can check. We can look. Yeah, because your account's still so new. This is where we were, right? Yeah. Your account's still so new that, yeah, you're going to have to, like, think about things like that. Like, do I even have the cooldown? But, like, which one is it? Is it this guy here, right, that rolls the all attacks proc? Because, yeah, you're good. I think the all attacks proc would probably be better to have, even over the ignored defense. Yeah, he's got 10% cooldown on swords. So you got cooldown going on the swords, which is good. There's just not a lot on the cards is part of what's going on. Like your main stats on your cards. There's some here, but that's like it. And then, yeah, I see what you're saying. You've got your cooldown here. You've got cooldown here. Yeah. Yeah, and ignore defense. Take a really good look at those secondary stats. Weigh them. Take a look at that ignore defense and really weigh that, because you're missing, you have 2 cards equipped that have 2 20% all attacks procs. 40% all attack. It's really hard not to think that's going to be better than like 5% ignore defense. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. But I guess that's what I'm saying. Like 40% all attack, I would take being 5% under cap on ignore defense for sure. You can get the ignore defense on Uru. You could get it on obelisks, but you can't get 2 procs for 20% all attack from other stuff, you know. Just worth considering, I suppose. What's going on, Point? Thanks for coming by the stream. Got your 72zers. Nice. Looking at like Strange for the anniversary for a tier 4, maybe? Is that what you're looking at? A normal tier 2 selector? Probably something like Man-Thing or some other really strong character to benefit your account, or a support that you need. Yeah, that or Hulk of Carnage, yeah. I mean, I would probably go for the 15% on the anniversary with Doctor Strange, and then, yeah, use your discounts. Yeah, on like, yeah, Hulk, Thor. Good. You got a lot of good options. Looking real good. Real good. Yeah, just keep. Yeah, you've got your supports coming up. You've even got support unis. Like you're looking good, man. At least your character roster looking quite nice. Got a lot of like good choices in here. Yeah, just looking at ABXL coverage for yourself and your supports mostly, and you've already are looking at your supports. Yeah. ABXL coverage, timeline battle, maybe? Yeah, I was going to say, looking at PvP and dispatch. So how old's your account? How far in dispatch are you, I guess, is the better question. Any how to play guides for Marvel Future Fight? Oh, my friend. On the channel, we have got some heavy duty guides for starting a new or free to play Marvel Future Fight account. We, in fact, have an 8.4-hour live stream of the entire first day of a Marvel Future Fight account. How I suggest that you do it. Havoc for Male Mutant. 82 days. Okay, and stuck at 12.3. See, that's why I ask, because, like, at that point, I don't even, like, Loki's sort of out of the picture at that point. I mean, there's obviously the ABXL point, like, perspective on that, but as far as dispatch goes, you're too far, I think, for Loki to really be your answer. You know what I mean? Level Strange tier 4 will be a big help in dispatch. So if you do go that route for the anniversary, it should punch you through. You're 82 days in, and you've got those cards. Yeah, get the all attacks procs too, man. I'm telling you, those will really help with dispatch. That's that live stream. I think it's titled "We Broke Marvel Future Fight." I swear it was all those procs lining up that got me through 13-1. It was the only way I did it. It was by having all those crazy procs. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure we may still have been stuck at 13-1 without the like cards that we had. So no problem. Point. Hopefully they help. A lot of info there. It's kind of crazy, but there's a lot of info in there. Okay. All right, my friends. I think that was like 10 account reviews. Probably going to call it for this one. I got to save some of my voice because we do this every day. Am I missing anything on the account? I think we're pretty much good here. And we got our tier 3 Strange today. Super duper nice. For anyone that missed it, we got some crazy sword luck the other day. And we managed to get this beaut, which was super sweet. I think that was yesterday we got that, or the day before. Looking really good. So the swords are looking spicy. 30% all attack. You gotta love it. Cards, we're still just waiting for rerolls. All we need in this life is shitty premium cards. Hang on, Trey. Hang on, Trey. You've been asking for a while. You've been in here like for so long, dude. Hang on. What's your IGN, Trey? I know you threw it up there. I just didn't copy it. I was going to get you next time. We can take a look real quick. It just might be kind of fast if we do it today, but I'm probably just lying anyways. I do like to talk. Yeah, let's take a quick look, man. You've been waiting for a while. Oh yeah, duh. I actually knew that you were on, my friends. There you are. All right. My tier 3 selector. Okay. Okay. Where is your... Scarlet Witch is level 40, so probably... Any plans to get Captain Marvel's uniform? What are you doing for female Universal ABX? Hey, what's going on, Adar? Good to see you again, my friend. I cleared up some spots on the friend list and tried to send you a friend request, but yours were full too. We're going to do more account reviews next Monday at the latest. Yeah, bro. This is probably what I'm going to be doing. I'll probably recommend the same thing for you. Grab Captain Marvel, dude. Cover that ABX day. You like me, your Scarlet Witch is still really low and unbuilt. I mean, you could go that route for that ABX day, but it looks like you've got a lot of other things you could invest in before you build up your Scarlet Witch. So it might be worth just taking Captain Marvel in the selector, since she's almost always in them, and you get a full all the way from... Yeah. So she's a great target for a selector. This is likely the route we'll go as well when we get a tier 3 selector. It's just grabbing Captain Marvel at tier 3. No worries, man. No worries. It happens. Yeah, that's probably a good route for that selector, honestly. Nice. And yeah, you got Gwenpool. Are you looking at Strange for the anniversary for a tier 4? Yeah, isn't that the where is that thing? The angel one? Yeah, that one. Got the this is absurd, like leadership or port buff for one type of character. I can't remember. That uniform's out of my league, man. Either him or Jean. I would go with Doctor Strange over Jean, 100%. Yeah, I'd go with Doctor Strange, get the 15% discount. Tier 4 Doctor Strange and move on from there. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So he's like, he's getting ready to go anyways. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know why you would tier 4 Jean over Doctor Strange. I don't know what the argument would be there, but there you go. Anything else? Did we look at your other stuff? Did we look at your cards and stuff? We peeked, right? Yeah. Did we? I don't know. Maybe we didn't look at your cards. Attack, all defense, flame resist. Yeah, this could be re-rolled. The proc's nice, but this is icky. Working on crafting it up. You're crafting it up. Nice. You got your pierce here, pierce here, pierce here. Looking good. No defense. Yeah, cooldown. Yeah. This one's not my fave. It's not bad, though. It's not my fave at all. Yeah, I was going to say, I would probably... for Crescent. Okay, I was going to say, why not replace this with the Ghost Rider card? But there you go. Because your boy Trey's got a plan. For a mixed build, it's really, in my opinion, just about, like, it's about that mix, not one best card. There's good flex cards. So, like, Guardians of the Galaxy is essentially a PvE card with max HP on it. So it can be good as, like, a flex card. And then, Avengers #9 is, like, famous flex card because it though it is, like, it's pretty much a PvP card. Like, the best. One of the best PvP cards because of the 20% HP proc on it. And so having that in a PvE set just is like a beautiful splash. And then Crescent is the other card that I think is really good, as far as I know, for splashing PvP into hybrid sets. I am 41 years old as of today. Starting to have to, like, keep track. That number's going to change sooner or later. Just keep swinging around the sun. I can't stop. Very cool. And then, yeah, you could get more cooldown duration on your swords if you wanted to give yourself a cushion on your... Not yet. Not yet. I won't be 42 for a while. We're getting there, but not quite. Who would you recommend for the tier 4? There is a video on the channel actually all about your first tier 4 as a free-to-play new player, and it breaks down several choices at the end and kind of more directs you about how to make that choice. And I think that's a great video for a brand new player. Yeah, there you go. Snag some more cooldown there. It's looking good. Yeah, I would tier 4 Strange. Very cool. All right, my friend. And then, yeah, the selector, I would probably just grab Captain Marvel, especially since you intend on getting her uniform. That's probably the exact same thing we're going to do. Because, no, not yet, Point. We got a long ways to go. We got to, I'm working on a Legendary Battles guide right now that I want to get out in the next day or 3. Just to cover all the crazy text and stuff that came up from that Crystals video we did. A lot of the comments were about, like, different Legendary Battle techs and stuff, and I want to break that down for everybody because it's a lot of good stuff going on in there. I actually thought a little more about what we're going to do for the anniversary, and we may end up spending some crystals in here as well. Little preview. A lot of people know about this already, but like new players don't know about this stuff. You don't have to buy an extreme pack. I don't know why I come in here. I do this all the time. You don't have to come in here to look at this crap. The first stage, all you have to do is buy this uniform. You don't have to buy a deluxe pack. I have a cam. I will have a face cam sooner or later, guys. I am not hiding my face on purpose. I need a haircut for sure, but I have like an Ozbot Meat 2 sitting here. I just need to set it all up and been overwhelmed by other stuff. But yeah, once you get this uniform to Heroic, you just get this P card. And we need rerolls so bad, yo, that like, this is not a good P card, but it's a beautiful reroll. And so 875 crystals for a P card is a good return on investment. That's a good cost. Really good, actually. It's one of the best you're ever gonna get. Especially for one you can just go get that's just sitting there. You don't have to like wait for some crazy event. It is right there waiting for you. And then also, where is it? Here, you get the CTP of energy for even cheaper. It ends up being like, I wrote it down, 650 or at 50% and think it's 625. And then 700 at 40% discount. You can get yourself a CTP of energy. These are like direct, basically, they're essentially like direct. I pay these crystals, I get this item, right? So here, I just have to buy Loki's Thor Ragnarok uniform, rank it up to heroic real quick, which by the way, you can get bios to do this from the support shop for both of these. So this is low cost. I can get another P card. So we might pick up like both of these for the anniversary, to be fair, because we need rerolls bad. And so that's why all this is a tangent from making guides. Geez, why I want to break things like this down so people like have this kind of information for the anniversary, because there's a lot of little text in here. So many people could use to come in here and just drop 875 crystals and then get a P card reroll. That's like, so many people are in that same position where they're just dying for cards to reroll. All we want. All right, my friends, this has been a really fun stream. I really appreciate you all hanging out. You were all amazing people. If you're having fun, go ahead and hit that like button for me. It helps the stream spread around as VODs, helps other people see them. If you want to see more of the live stream series, get notified about it, or you want to see the guides we're making, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I am Old and Gray. This is Free to Play, and I hope every single one of you has a spectacular day. And I will see y'all tomorrow.